Sorry. So basically, in this impeachment thing, the highlight of the tension has not gone to the people who have backed Trump, who think everything Trump says is right and anything that's said about him is a lie. This isn't about people who backed Hillary in 2016, where everyone, everything's wrong said about. Oh, it's all lies, just lies, 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 and everything said about her was right. She takes credit for. So this is not about that. This is highlighting one particular candidate. Her name is Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is a sitting congresswoman for 7 years, the University of Hawaii. She served 16 years in the military. Actually, she's still serving in the military. She's in the National Guard, did 2 tours in Iraq. She was inspired by what happened on 9/11 to serve her country. So you have someone who's a woman. Everyone wants a woman candidate. You have a lifelong Democrat from what people who lean left. Someone who's not going to chicken hawk our soldiers into these needless wars and not serve themselves. Because you got a lot of people like, oh, we should bomb the shit out of this country, bomb the shit out of that country. And but when it comes down to serving, they never serve. When it comes down to, their kids, hell no, you ain't going in the army. So chicken hawks. She's not so you have a woman, a vet, a sitting congresswoman, who's on the committee for foreign affairs, on the committee for the armed services, and on the committee for homeland security, who reads a lot of stuff that we're not privy to. So basically her quote, she voted present, meaning that she didn't vote yes or no for impeaching Trump on two separate articles. The articles which many people on the right thought were not very strong arguments on these particular articles, and many on the left, the people who lean extremely progressive, extremely to the left, they didn't think there were strong arguments either. And then, of course, there's just the mainstream people who support red and support blue, whose tribalism only allows them to think one-dimensionally. That's like, okay, he's lying, he's telling the truth. So basically, in essence, she said, I could not in good conscience vote against impeachment because I believe President Trump is guilty of wrongdoing. I also could not in good conscience vote for impeachment because removal of a sitting president must not be the culmination of partisan process fueled by tribal animosities that have so gravely divided our country. Now, I'm going to read the last part of that. It must not be the culmination of partisan process fueled by tribal animosities that have so gravely divided our country. Let's face it, since 2012, when Barack Obama beat Mitt Romney, country was divided in half. My Republican friends, some of them had Facebook profiles that had flags upside down as their profile picture. And I said, you're Republican or Democrat? You did that, you're not my friend. I'm sorry. The flag means something different to some people and doesn't mean anything. And the flag means something bad to some people. But for people who served in the military, collectively, we're not having that. So. And then in 2016, basically Donald Trump won, and then the left blamed everybody under the sun except the god-awful, sloppy campaign that one of the most worthy candidates in the history of our presidency, the most qualified yet the least trustworthy, Hillary Clinton, lost. They blamed independents for taking votes away from her, though the mathematics says that's wrong. There are 3 states where Donald Trump has beaten all three candidates combined: Johnson, Stein, and Hillary. And there are some states where 30,000 votes were taken away from Hillary for Jill Stein, and people are operating under the irrational presumption that all 30,000, every single one of them, would have voted for Hillary, including Gary Johnson's votes, which I don't have a count on. So moving forward on this, because they have nothing on Donald Trump. Because everyone says the evidence is irrefutable, it's rock hard, it's solid. But when it's actually time to produce actual paperwork evidence, it's confidential. When it's actual time to produce eyewitness testimony, the person that said they heard Trump say it turns around and says, no, I wasn't in the room, but this person who I know heard say it. So all of these things, if you're willing to say close enough because you don't like him anyway, cool, do it. I don't like that guy. I don't care if he gets hit by a car tomorrow. I feel bad for his children. I feel bad for Melania. But the dude's a dirtbag. I'm a native New Yorker, and I've experienced firsthand my mom trying to get apartments and her being denied apartments because she was black. And then her boss, who's like a lawyer, goes and then they have vacancies. So I'm going off on a rant right now. So if you guys survived up to this point, stay with me. because I want to read some of these responses I got. My friend, she's a joke and she's a fabricated candidate. I disagree. No, she hasn't. She's been more straight up and down than 6 o'clock than with the American people. And even her followers who don't agree with her all the time notice that will know that she's always told the truth. One guy said, I could not in good conscience vote for impeachment because Vladimir Putin would be upset with me. That's this Russian conspiracy nonsense, which even produces less evidence, which is none, that this woman's a Russian plant. They're basically accusing a sitting congresswoman with award-winning military service, 2 tours in Iraq, of treason. Ridiculous. And it's lazy. One person said, I'm still her own she's her own person. I don't agree with what she did, but I appreciate her independence. And that's saying, okay, cool. I like that. Now here's where I'm going with all of this, and this is very, very important. I'm basically not trying to just jump to one conclusion or the other. I'm just trying to read this woman's mind. And since people came to me because they know I'm like one of her biggest supporters, they're like, Jason, what the hell is this woman thinking? And this is what I think she's thinking. I am thinking this, and I'm bear with me, because I read it and it said it all. All right. You have scholars and law professors that are saying, based on the records that they were given, there's no evidence of quid pro quo, though abuse of power still might be in question. Then you have ambassadors saying that it happens all the time and it happened in this case. And then you have a sitting congresswoman who is on the Committee of Foreign Affairs, the Committee of Armed Services, and the Committee of Homeland Security, who read all 600 pages. Now you have the left, who many we suspect didn't read all of the report on this thing, and then you have the right, which we would be surprised if they read any of it. And then you have Tulsi Gabbard looking at this and saying, wait a minute, there's a partisan vote that's going to vote to impeach. There's a partisan vote that's going to let him walk from this. And then comes this dramatic theater performing worthy shock that the media will convey from the left that, oh my God, he's impeached. I'm shocked. Where's everybody's integrity at? Even though you know that's nonsense. You know he's going to walk from the beginning. And then on the right, you're going to have this ticker tape worthy parade from them screaming, oh, we knew this was a witch hunt. And on the question of yes or no, the right is against her anti-war rhetoric. The left has been out for her since she quit as vice chair and endorsed Bernie Sanders for the nomination in 2016. So they've already had it out for her from the beginning. They never liked her, and they're looking for reasons, and now they got one. So now you have both of these people saying yes or no, saying, are you with us or against us? And you know what? She said no. She said you can go kick rocks. And members from both parties, be it for this election or the next, they'll side with her. You know what I'm looking for? You know what I want in office? I don't want Donald Trump. I don't want someone that's going to bend to the will every time someone nudges you one direction. You know what I want in office? I want someone who works for the American people. I want someone who, at the end of the day, looks out for the interests of all Americans. I want someone who's interested in sending people to war as the last option. I want a better educational system. I want better health care. I want us to spend less on sending people to war and more on the veterans who come back from the said war. I want someone who will fight for equal rights for everyone and uphold the Constitution. I want someone who likes their guns and their gay people. What's wrong with that? I want someone who practices what they preach. And that person, to me, is Tulsi Gabbard. Thank you very much. Have a good day.